And welcome to the January edition of Free For All Fridays on Super Talk 1270 with the Bismarck Downtowners. I am Dawn Kopp, the CEO of the Downtowners Association in Bismarck. With me today, as always, is Super Kate. Super Kate, I call her Super Kate because she will be celebrating her 8th work-anniversary with the Downtowners Association tomorrow. 8. That's right. K and the numeral 8. That's right. And working our boards in the most fantastic way is Jim Walsh. Woohoo! We got a great show coming up. We're going to talk about all kinds of different events happening downtown. We have some fabulous guests in the studio today. So, Kate, let's get started. Oh, lots of stuff happening downtown as always.
Yeah, Dakota Stage, January 25th, so started last night, Thursday night. They usually start Thursday night through February 4th. Things my mother taught me at Dakota Stage. We're switching. All right, we're switching mics.
Kate, you're so special.
I know. I
mics.
get Jim's mic. Oh, man. So you can find tickets and everything there, dakotastageltd.com, running through February 4th.
And tonight at the Starving Rooster on Main in Bismarck, they have a dinner, a pairing dinner.
They've done a couple of these.
They have, and they always go well. So they will be pairing up with the Fargo Brewing Company and several different courses, I believe. Mm-hmm. There'll be a beer and some super great food per course.
And they've done some with Laughing Sun, too, some of the beer pairing dinners or whatever. So I have a feeling they're just going to keep doing them with
I have to say, I have been to beer dinners and I have been to wine dinners, and I enjoy them all.
Yeah. We also went to that Scotch, or no?
Oh, yeah, it was a
whiskey
dinner.
Ooh,
bourbon.
That was tough.
It was bourbon and beef.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, up at the 40. That was
I don't know why I can't remember it.
Yes. So, Starving Rooster. Tonight, Fargo Brewing Beer Dinner. The 31st, 1 million cups. It's going to be the gals from Bismarck Magazine launching their newest magazine, River and Ranch. That's 9 a.m. at Dakota Stage. Go to startbismarck.com for that information or find them on Facebook and Twitter. It's been a great relaunch for 1 million cups. They've had some big audiences in January, so we're excited. They're also live streaming all of the 1 million cups now, so I can't swear as much.
No.
But other people can tune in. So,
and if something bad happens or bad funny happens, then everybody gets to hear it.
It's true.
I love it. Yep.
We're off the cuff. It's like Saturday Night Live, you know.
February 1st and February 3rd, Art Gallery on Main will be having their Healing Art Workshop, and they will be working with acrylic painting. This is a time for people that have experienced cancer or are survivors or family of survivors to take some time and heal with art.
February 3rd is Trivia Night at 1603. Main events starts at 6 p.m. This is really interesting. It's like $10 a table or something, just cheap. Mm-hmm. And you can go bring smart people for your table or hilarious people. There's a bar and food and all that fun stuff. But they do it pretty regularly, so check it out.
Okay.
All right.
February 8th, which is Thursday, next Thursday. No, 2 weeks. Okay, so it's 2 weeks from yesterday. That's what I should have said. 2 weeks from yesterday, Giving Hearts Day, which is a fabulous statewide event where you can give part of your heart monetarily to over 400 local charities. What is the website? Givinghearts.com or something?
Again,
I can't
like
remember,
said,
but we'll
Google.
see. Google it. Look it up. There's this thing called Google.
Yes.
Type in Giving Hearts Day 2018 and give all your money away.
They said last year they raised like $10.7 million or something for their charities. We have a lot of local charities that participate, plus a lot of our Downtowners members participate, like Northern Plains Dance, who was there at 1 Million Cups talking about it. Usually we have other Downtowners members. So, we're kind of selfish, but look at those. Look at the ones that are downtown and work around the downtown. But there's a lot of great organizations. And then you can essentially put your donations in a cart and check out, and you can donate to as many as you want.
Easy peasy.
Yeah. Also, February 10th, which is a Saturday, Make Well, their latest event process. I believe tickets are sold out.
They are sold
this.
out. Yes.
It's going to be at Co-Studio at 6 p.m., but there's also some things happening during the day all around the downtown, some art gallery things, some food things. So it's kind of an all-day enjoying the downtown. Then at 6 p.m. is when the event actually starts. So you'll be seeing some interesting fun people walking around downtown Saturday.
Yeah, take a look at Make Well's Facebook page. They have a open group page now, and they'll be posting some fun things that are or had happened at the event on February 10th. I am attending. I attended last year, their inaugural event, and it was very fun. Met some really interesting people and got to spend some time doing something different.
They also have they're starting a mentor program with Make Well. So if you're looking for a mentor or you're a mentee and looking for somebody, they can kind of hook you up with someone if you're a maker in the community, or if you want to be a mentor and help makers in the community. I think it's all on Make Well. You can go find it and check it out. You don't have to be older to be a mentor.
Kate, what are you saying?
You can be a young mentor, or you can
be
an older
mentee.
Yes. So check that out. Also, we will be there Monday, February 12th, and Tuesday, the 13th, for the Main Street Summit. It's the first Main Street Summit that the governor and the Commerce Department are hosting. It's going to be at the Bismarck Event Center, and you can get tickets mainstreetnd.com, I believe. Will also be a startup drinks the in-between evening at Proximal 50, and so we'll be bringing
at the downtown location,
right.
the Proximal 50 downtown.
It's not open yet to the public, so it's kind of a sneak peek. That's where startup drinks will be. We'll also be bringing some of our Main Street Summit attendees there as well for startup drinks. So it's kind of jam-packed beginning of February.
Startup drinks are always super fun. We just had one, or I should say Start Bismarck had one this past, was it last week?
Yes.
Yes, last week. Anyway, at the Barber's Wife, in their new location, the Cowan Building, or what's called now is the Broadway Tower. But
it's
it was
that red
lots
and white
of fun.
Skinny building. That's what most people know. Fourth and Broadway on the third floor. Mm-hmm. Great views.
Oh my gosh, no kidding.
So they did a really good job. And then startup drinks again. They're going to try and do one every month now. Janelle at Start Bismarck and Jay Morgan have really took the couple months off that they had to plan a whole bunch of other things this year for Start Bismarck. 1 Million Cups, startup drinks. They're pretty busy.
Yeah, it's a great organization. Love it. They do a great job.
We used to call Amber Bernhardt from Dakota Stage, and she's on our board. She's with the YMCA. We used to call her the James Brown. She's just working so much, and you just had to throw the blanket over. Janelle is, giving Amber a run for her money as the new James Brown of downtown Bismarck. So.
And her cape is fabulous.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Also, we're going to be talking with Kayla in the next segment about a few events that they have coming up in January, February, March, April, all around the state, but also in Bismarck and in downtown Bismarck. So we're kind of excited about that, to talk with her. Also, we've sent out applications for German Days. So if you are a NEFLA vendor, we would love to see you. You can go to our website, bismarckgermandays.com, and fill out a vendor application. Street fair applications are also going out
Today-ish.
Today-ish.
So we have a great big button on downtownbismarck.com for street fair information. Check it out. Pretty soon the applications will go live there as well. Pretty soon.
So it's beginning of the year stuff. Super busy. Generally January is womp womp, but it's been pretty great, and February is going to be good too. So please check it out, downtownbismarck.com. We're going to take a quick break, and we'll be right back on Super Talk 1270 AM.
Right now, 34.
Here's Sean Hannity, weekday afternoons on Super Talk 1270.
And welcome back to Free for All Fridays with the Bismarck Downtowners on Super Talk 1270 AM. I am Dawn Kopp, the CEO, and with me is Kate, as per usual, and our first guest, Kayla Schmidt. She is with Humanities North Dakota as their program coordinator deluxe.
That's the official title.
Yes, it is.
Deluxe with cheese.
Yeah, it's the only way.
Yeah.
Awesome. Welcome to our show. Thanks for coming today.
Yeah, this is exciting. I'm in like a downtowner sandwich.
That's true.
Which is everything I wanted.
Oh, I'm so happy
It
to
is
make
most
those.
people's dream.
Yeah, I know.
In the sandwich.
One of a kind.
So, Humanities ND, first of all, hopefully I don't call you the Humanities Council, because that's how I learned it. And you've recently changed, so talk a little bit about why you made the change there and your organizational.
Yeah, it's been a hard change for me too, because we haven't changed the logo on our window, and I always look at that when I answer the phone. Right. So I look at it, I'll be like Council, and it's like a good thing too, because like we're Humanities North Dakota now, so when I answer the phone, my North Dakota comes out, so I say Humanities North Dakota.
Yeah.
And but we really wanted to kind of change it up. Each state has its own council, but recently, we've been around since the early 70s, and so the nature of kind of our programming and we give out grants, but we really wanted to be, we're here to entertain and educate people. So we kind of wanted to put the humanities at the forefront of the name, and council makes us sound like we're like very stodgy, like official people, and we're not. We're pretty casual. So yeah, humanities kind of puts that to the forefront.
It's
too.
a good switch, a good rebrand, I think.
Yeah,
cool.
I think so too. I'm excited.
Yes. So you're the program coordinator deluxe with cheese. You guys have done a whole bunch of interesting things in the last few years, new things that have come out of the Humanities Council. Before we get to Think and Drink, which is kind of the bulk of our questions for you, talk a little bit about Game Changer. That's a big event for you, your Humanities ND Game Changer event, usually in the fall. What was the kind of impetus behind it, and have you really liked it and been excited about where it's been going?
Yeah, so it started, I think this is our 5th one this year, and so really, why should you have to leave North Dakota in order to see some really amazing speakers? I mean, we can do it right here. We can bring in these great minds, and so really we pick a different theme each year. So we've done everything from the Middle East. We did journalism, and that was with the Pulitzer Prizes. We did criminal justice last year. That was really cool. We brought in Piper Kerman from Orange is the New Black, which was like,
great.
I know, it was kind of like, emailed the agent. She's like, yeah, she's available. And I don't know, it's like a surprise for me too. So it's all, when these people are like, yeah, I'll come to North Dakota. And a lot of time, we're the last state they've like never visited. So we're like, we'll check that box. We'll feed you. Just come hang out with us. So last year was our first year. We did it at the Belle House downtown. And that was really great because we could work with downtown businesses and like, everyone could go out for lunch. The Belle is a beautiful, beautiful place to have everything. And this year we're looking at health and the pursuit of happiness. So really, like, what is the meaning of life?
Right.
We never ask the tiny questions. They're always like way too big and broad for one day. But we do try to cram everything in one day. So
And you do solve all the problems.
all of them,
All
like
of them.
really. I mean, that's the end goal.
Yes.
We'll give you, a bottle of water, some big questions, send you home, and then you can like fill out our survey and be like, you know what, I thought of another question. We're like, yes, we'll see you next year. Yeah.
So Humanities ND Game Changer is kind of your big fall event. Last year you also did something with the Larks, which was really interesting. Obviously their first season here. Talk a little bit about how you engage that group and the sort of the impetus behind that event.
It was really cool, actually. They approached us because they'd seen we'd been doing some different programs within the community, and so they said, we want to try something with you. And I didn't realize that Bismarck had this huge history with baseball, and as it was known as the Negro League, and we had all these amazing players who lived in Bismarck, and they were a big part of this historical as a national scope.
Yeah,
and like I had no idea it was right here. So we brought in a scholar, and he started, he talked about it. And I didn't know baseball people help know so many facts, but they were just like,
jam,
they would. I mean, and that was it, because it's hard to get people to talk at these programs because a lot of times people think the humanities are scary and it's so hard. But people were like, well, the stat and the stat and the stat. And he's like, well, has anyone read this book? And everybody had, which was kind of new. But then we got to enjoy a game afterwards.
That's
And
great.
they sang "Bring Me Out to the Ball Game," and that was
So
kind of what I wanted.
fantastic.
Yeah.
And you met, was it in the outfield?
Yeah, so they kind of have like a park area just outside. So we kind of did the program there. So you can get all the smells from the field. I mean, it's very, very interactive. And then afterwards, we moved in, and everybody got a seat to the game, and
That was great.
had a hot dog. It
was-
was a good day.
Yeah.
Some people know, Satchel Paige being in Bismarck. Some people don't know that.
Yeah.
A lot of times we don't talk about our history here because you're not supposed to brag or toot your own
Right.
horn and be like, well, Satchel Paige, kind of started here.
Yeah.
But that's
No
just
big
not
thing,
Midwestern.
but
You just don't say
No,
anything.
we don't do
Right,
that. But
Yes.
Yeah, it was
There's a lot of
fantastic. It was so cool.
yeah, no, it's probably one of my favorite ones. So, and we're just kind of coordinating the next one for this coming year too.
Awesome.
So
Well, that's great. So, Kayla, obviously with Humanities ND, Game Changer, Larks, you do a wide variety of things, as we just chatted
we
about.
have a huge scope. We
Yes.
don't know where it ends.
What? It shouldn't. There should. You should always be
Absolutely.
pushing boundaries. So we really want to talk to you a little bit about your Think and Drink series, because this is really interesting to us. I mean, you sit around with your friends, start talking about stuff, you have a drink, more things occur to you as you continue to have some beers and things like that. So your first one's coming up in January. Talk a little bit about the series, where it takes place, and how the program works.
Yeah, so we found with a lot of programs, I mean, we love working with libraries, these other locations where, you're like universities, this is where people think. But it can be kind of intimidating, too, because, you're always supposed to be quiet in a library.
And you kind of have to get into that right frame of mind as well.
Yeah, and it's really hard for people here, I think, to reach out to strangers. I mean, we have that, again, that like humble thing, like, oh, I'm not going to say what I should say. Right. So we're like, let's bring this to the bar.
Where everyone can be offended or not.
Exactly. It's an equalizer. Yes. So, and we're all about that. So we kind of pick these bigger topics, I mean, ones you might not usually approach with a stranger or even, your close friends, because we like to keep those walls up. But for some reason, when you have a beer in your hand, it's just permission to start talking. Whether or not you drink it, I mean, that's up to you. We're at Laughing Sun, so you should definitely drink it.
And the communal tables there really kind of force you into.
Yeah, and we always make sure scholars have a handout with some questions. So even if you don't know where to start, there's at least something you can look at or doodle on. And so, the more you go, the more you kind of start recognizing faces, and then you get to hear different viewpoints. So we had one like last year about how do we move on about arguing about climate change? And we had someone who was, I think, in the National Guard, and then someone who was a rancher. Like all these perspectives you might not necessarily hear. Mm-hmm. And then you kind of get, new opinions. You kind of reevaluate what you think.
So your first one you're tackling is?
So
just a little something.
Just a little, something we cooked up. It's prayers versus politics. So, in the American psyche, what really holds us, to our highest values? What do we look at when we're, in the polls, which pulls us which way? And more so, where can we find that common ground around these things? So Jeff Von Seeley is going to be presenting that one. I've seen him at Million Cups. He's kind of a motivational speaker. Really excited to have him. So, and then we always have a moderator, too, to kind of make sure everybody gets time to ask their questions. They're not necessarily a bouncer or anything. So,
how do people? They just show up? Should they like the Facebook page, say I'm attending, or how?
Yeah, and that's with our big change and everything. So now we're humanitiesnd.org. So that's where the main web page is. It's $15 per ticket, but that includes a drink.
Perfect.
So it is a 21-plus crowd, and we're also doing a special this year. So we've got 4 coming up, and if you attend at least 3, you get an additional drink for free.
Ooh, look at that.
We are not above bribing people to imbibe. Yes, exactly. Yes.
And then February, I'm a big Harry Potter nerd, but Justice and Harry Potter is coming up in February.
Yeah. So
it's not always maybe about religion. It could be about very fictional things.
Yeah, we had one on Game of Thrones last year that was really interesting. So we have Harry Potter. We have... That's February 25th. March 18th is Investigating Bias Science. So that's kind of another side of the humanities. You don't think of the humanities and science going together, but it kind of does. And then April 29th, we have Russia, Friend or Foe. And the gal doing that has actually worked with the government and worked with Russia.
Ooh,
so
exciting.
Yeah.
So Think and Drink, Humanities ND, check it out. You've got 4 coming up. And then these are across the state, right?
This is the first year we're going to first move to Minot at the tap room. So, and then we're always looking for people. If you want to bring our programs, we try to do prepackaged programs. If you want to bring it into your community, there's like a little form on the website. You can let us know, and we'll help you find scholars. We'll, get you posters, whatever you need. So we do want to try to expand more, too, because this has been immensely spectacular with the turnout. And
you're a statewide organization.
Yeah.
So you're
yeah,
doing things in other communities with Humanities ND. So just kind of recap, Game Changer you guys have in the fall. Obviously, the LARC season is in the summer. Mm-hmm. And then Think and Drink's kind of going on throughout the spring and early spring, I guess.
Yeah.
So lots to do. Check it out. The website again is
humanitiesnd.org.
Humanitiesnd.org. Kayla,
you are
coordinator
quite
deluxe. With
side of fries,
size.
Yeah.
Supersize me.
Laughing Sun beer on the table.
Whatever.
Not right now.
A pitcher.
Yeah, exactly.
We can always hope and visualize.
But if you haven't been part of a humanities program, I think the point is they are accessible to everybody.
Yeah.
You cover a wide variety of topics in a wide variety of settings, and so you don't have to have like suede elbow patches and be drinking tea and even know what a library is. You can still show up.
Yeah, we'll give you the answers. Not all of them.
but you'll get
We'll
some.
try.
You'll get some.
Thanks
One
so
or
much,
two.
Kayla, joining us from Humanities ND. Check out all of their events. Go to their website. We're going to take a quick break, and we'll be right back on Super Talk 1270 AM.
Right now, 34.
Dave Ramsey is heard here. Super Talk 1270.
And we're back on Free for All Fridays with the Bismarck Downtowners on Super Talk 1270 AM. We want to give a great big shout out, thank you to Kayla Schmidt with Humanities North ND.
Now they have a new name, right?
Humanities North Dakota. So Humanities North Dakota is doing all kinds of great things. They have Think and Drink coming up on Sunday at Laughing Sun Brewing in downtown Bismarck. Check out humanitiesnd.org for more information. And now we would like to introduce everyone to two fabulous ladies who have opened up a new venture in downtown Bismarck. We have Danita and Danette with Boutique 23 right here in our studio. Welcome.
Thank you.
We're so happy to have you and talk a little bit about what you are up to with Boutique 23. And you guys have opened recently, I think, was it in December?
December 19th.
Okay, December 19th in the former Junkyard Chic location.
Yes.
So you moved into West Downtown on Main Avenue and really are pulling everybody that way. So we see a lot of great development in Western Downtown.
Yeah. So you are related to someone who owns a boutique downtown as well, right? Or you know the gal from Tiny and Trendy.
Tiny and Trendy is my niece
Okay.
on my husband's side.
Okay,
of the family.
all right.
Yes.
We're all
Danita is my
related.
niece on my side. Of the
Okay,
family.
okay.
It's a
We're a
family.
big family.
Yes.
Yes.
So did she kind of say, hey, you need to come to Bismarck? Or what was the impetus behind you? You know, you've got a location in a different community very near here. What made you make the move?
You know, I felt like when I started in Linton, it just turned into something bigger than I expected. And it just turned into something, it was great. The community has, been very great to me when I opened in. And I just thought, one thing with retail, when you order items in, you get a lot of
Right.
some
Right.
items. And when you have a small community, I kind of wanted to cater to them a little bit more and bring in new things and not have so much of the same item in one community.
Okay.
So I was thinking maybe I should just expand, not really knowing what my best route would be. And then I approached Danita just out of the blue. Like, what do you think? This would be grateful. I mean, this would be great for me
Right.
and my community just to move my my items in and out of my store for the women in
Sure.
Linton and the surrounding communities.
Right.
So that's how it all started.
So are you living there still and commuting, or how does that work?
We live on a farm north of Linton, and so I'm still there. I'm in Linton almost every day. Danita is just taking care of the Bismarck store. She's
Good
doing it
job.
all.
All right.
So I'm just hanging in Linton, and Danita's doing everything up here. So it's easy for me.
Oh,
Yes.
that's great.
So let's talk a little bit, because it's not just, you don't just have things for women, and it's not just clothing. You kind of have a wide a variety of things. Talk about kind of the products that you have that might set you apart a little bit from some of the other boutiques that we see in town.
Well, we decided to bring men's in because we thought that'd be unique.
Yeah, we
Yes,
had the
definitely.
space and the location that we had. It was kind of a last minute decision
It was.
too. And it's went over great. So we
Right.
have sizes from small all the way to 3X for men. And we have like cologne, beard oils, belts, accessories for them. We just got shoes in for them.
Do they come in with their wives or girlfriends, or do they come in on their own? We always talk about this downtown, about how men shop very differently from women.
It's a lot. They come in together. And then even just women buying for their significant other.
Right, right.
Yes, we see that with Black Tie Optional too. She's such a different way of working with men versus brides and women. So it's really interesting that you're expanding, and having things for men.
So I will now be bringing men into Linton.
Yes.
And they've been asking for the last couple of years already, are you
Really?
going to get men's clothes? And I just didn't know. I didn't kind of want to fill it out.
Right.
Then when Danita and I decided to do it in Bismarck, I'm thinking it's kind of a no-brainer. So they're going to appreciate it, I think.
Oh, that's wonderful.
So we're talking with the gals from Boutique 23, recently opened in West Main Avenue in the old Junkyard Chic space. There's a lot of construction going on around you as well with what's happening with the old Main Street Tire building. Sort of attached to you, sort of not, but you're also by the Anderson building if people need some locational awareness, I guess. Eggers Audio was in that location. You did some work with the building. Talk about your rehab, and your signage is very unique. I remember seeing that come through the city. So talk about your building and what you all did there.
Well, with the sign, the door. Are you talking about the doors?
Yeah.
That are on the sign? So,
And for people who don't know, it's like a car door,
it's a
essentially.
car door.
Yes.
So initially in Linton, when we decided to make our sign, I had a friend who does really good with painting, and I just kind of threw out the idea to her. And my boys were really into demolition derby and cars and old trucks and so living on a farm, of course, we have this stuff.
Yeah.
And I said to my husband, "Can we just take a door?" And
Right.
and trying to save money to open up this business,
Right.
we just thought it'd be one way. So the sign on my building in Linton is one of my boys' from one of their old
Sure.
trucks or cars.
Sure.
And so she painted Boutique 23 on there, and it turned out great. I love the way it looks. And so we asked in Bismarck if we could do it, so they allowed us to do 2 of them on both sides of
Right.
the...
And those are coming next week. So
Okay.
they're not up right now.
Yeah,
But next
sure.
week we'll have the full sign in the front and then both car
Yeah.
doors on the sides.
So we are very happy they let us do that.
Good. We're excited to have Boutique 23 in downtown, and particularly West Downtown. We've seen so much growth in the western part of downtown. You'll probably be a part of the wine walk and things like that. It's going to be so much fun to bring you in.
I
Dawn's
think it's
giving me-
really fantastic that you carry both men and women's lines because I know we kind of just went over this, but there's not a lot of menswear, men's accessories, that type of thing in downtown Bismarck or in Bismarck really, because we have seen a lot of great women's fashions come in, that type of thing, all across the community. But the men's line is a really fantastic add-on, and combine that with the notoriety, if you will, of what you were doing already in Linton with like your women's wear and that type of thing. I think it's just a win-win-win situation all the way
It's been
around.
a lot of fun bringing men's
excited.
in.
Yeah.
I bet. I mean, there's probably just different buying things.
Yeah.
We talked a little bit with a lot of our boutiques that come in, and what are you seeing in terms of products this year? What's kind of the big product? What are you buying for the summer? A few years ago, it was very floral. We were getting a lot of floral prints and things like that in. What are you looking at? What are people asking for?
It's still floral.
Really?
Floral,
Still is?
cold
Okay.
shoulder, off the shoulder. Ruffles are still really in.
Sure.
Denim bibs are kind of going to be a big deal, I think.
Really?
Really?
Yeah.
That
I've
takes
been-
me back.
I've been seeing a lot of bibs.
Really?
Yeah, so it'll be fun. We're going to market soon, so
Okay.
we will see more of the trends
Yeah.
coming in February. We're going, so
What
which
do you look? Oh,
which
sorry.
market do you guys attend? Or
we're
do
going to go to Vegas.
Vegas.
Okay, Vegas.
Nice.
Because they have more men's clothes.
Yeah, we
there.
really want to
okay.
find a good pair of jeans for men.
Right.
So that's kind of what narrowed it down to Vegas.
Yeah.
Certainly. And then you guys carry kind of other products, home decor, or things that you can take. And some of them are very locational about North Dakota or about things happening here. Talk a little bit about your home decor and your other non-clothing items.
So we have a few different home decor, but our biggest, our top seller for home decor would be our cabin fever decor. Me and a friend went up to Fargo to the Junk Fest up
Oh,
there,
yeah.
and we
Yeah.
found them. And it's 2 women from Fargo that created these signs. So it's a double-sided sign. One just has like a regular, like saying like gather or grateful, and then the other sign is like a holiday. So
Okay.
They're
it's
So
the
clever.
same
I
sign,
love them.
Yeah.
Very
but
cool.
and they're on our website. So if
Yeah.
you wanted to check them out, it's just shop boutique23.com.
Awesome.
Yeah. And I think also our studio Penny Lane
Yes.
has been a really great thing that we added to our store.
Talk about that a little bit.
So Studio Penny Lane, my daughter and I were at market last year. It was last year in the fall. And I just was really trying to find something that really just captured like my soul or my heart, and just trying to like something that I really want to bring in that I'm really passionate about. And I just happened to see this big word that said gratitude. And that's really important to me, just that word, grateful and gratitude. So I just walked over there. And the whole meaning behind Penny Lane is the poem Pennies from Heaven. So
Oh,
if you've read
nice.
that poem, it's just based on that poem. So they're jars that you can like just have a visual in your home to be grateful for things, and you can add pennies every time you find a penny. So I had been collecting pennies for quite a while, not knowing what I would do with them. And when I saw this product, I'm like, it's great. So we have necklaces, we have wine glasses, we have coffee mugs, and they all say grateful on there. Or, So just we've done
Very inspiring.
There's
right?
it's such a great gift to give people there's
For
wedding
anybody,
gifts,
too.
there's sympathy gifts, there's baby
Yeah.
gifts,
Little
there's-
shot glasses.
Yeah.
Sure.
So, and there's men's stuff too.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Well, that's really
Love that.
interesting. You guys with Boutique 23, again, we mentioned you're in such a good location. We're going to be seeing more things happening right across from you.
You're really at the entry point to downtown coming from the west, which is that is phenomenal. Yes.
So we got Proximal 50 that's going to be opening just a block up from you. There's some discussion about what's happening with the Anderson building and a potential rehab there. There's some other open space right across from you. So you're really anchoring and holding down that west entry point, as Dawn said. It's just a great location for Boutique 23. We're excited. So tell everybody how they can find you, how they can interact with you. Is it social media? What's the best website? What are your hours? All that fun stuff.
And your address as well.
go ahead, Tanita.
So for the Bismarck address, it is 201 West Main Avenue. We are on website and Facebook. So our website is shopboutique23.com. We do videos weekly. We ship out weekly too. And then our hours are Monday through Saturday, 10 to 6, Sunday, noon to 4.
open Sunday.
Wow, 7 days a week.
In Bismarck.
Yes.
In Linton, I'm open Tuesdays through Saturday.
Okay.
So
We're starting to see a trend towards some Sunday openings and some more extended hours. So I think as the downtown just continues to grow, we'll probably see that grow as well. So.
I have caught some of the videos you guys have done, and it's fun because you're really showcasing what you have, obviously, or how to wear things differently. That it's fun. I do look at
Awesome.
Thanks.
Well,
It's been
thank
fun.
you so much for joining us. They are open now, Boutique 23. Find them on West Main Avenue. Thank you guys so much. Check them out on Facebook and their website, shopboutique23.com.
The number 23.
23.
Yes.
Yes. .com. Thank you guys so much. We're going to take a quick break and we'll be right back on Super Talk 1270 AM.
Right now it's 34.
Weekends with Twilight Zone Radio on Super Talk 1270.
And thanks for sticking with us on Free for All Fridays with the Bismarck Downtowners on Super Talk 1270. We want to thank Danita and Danette with Boutique 23 right here in downtown Bismarck for coming to visit with us last segment. They are some really fun ladies that have a really fabulous location on the west side of downtown Bismarck, like I just said. They are located in the former Junkyard Chic location. And some really exciting news is they will be having their grand opening at their store on West Main Avenue in downtown Bismarck starting this Sunday through the following Saturday, so January 28th to February 3rd. And the entire store, pretty much, will be 23% off.
Some exclusions apply.
Exactly. So check them out. Check out their Facebook page. Again, Boutique 23. That is the numeral 23. Go shopping at their website. They're just wonderful people.
Yeah, we just have such great, business owners downtown. I know people probably say that in other downtowns, but too bad.
but
So sad.
we
Bismarck,
really
it's for
have them.
realsies.
We have the best. Yes, absolutely.
And just as we mentioned with them, again, the progress in West Main has just been phenomenal. With the Main Avenue 3-laning, which is not, again, as we say, not universally loved, but it's doing what it's supposed to be doing. It's making it safer. It's making it more of a pedestrian retail core. We've seen a huge amount of commercial permits pulled along here, so we're seeing high investment along Main, and these gals are just a testament to, again, what's happening on Main Avenue in downtown Bismarck, and particularly west of 3rd Street, which was maybe a little sleepy in terms of investment for a while, and now is just flourishing and booming. So we're very excited for them. Boutique 23, shopboutique23.com. Just another ingredient that's adding to the delicious dish that is downtown Bismarck.
The delicious hot dish.
Yes.
Kate. All right. Well, since this is the end of January, we won't be back until almost the end of February. So we're going to give you some information on what's coming up on February 14th, or what some other people would like to call Valentine's Day.
Saint Valentine's Day, absolutely. Sweet Treats is doing a whole bunch of stuff. This is one of their busiest times of the year for the gals at Sweet Treats.
Check out their Facebook page, Sweet Treats Cupcake Bar and Bakery, and they have a visual on there on all the things that you can purchase from them, and they're also working with Concrete Daisies, another member of the Downtowners in Bismarck. They will be pairing sweet treats with floral arrangements, such things as large bouquet of flowers, plus some other tasty treats.
Dawn, love bites.
I don't know for sure what they are, but
They are
it can be whatever you like them to be, maybe.
A dozen macarons, mini cupcakes, and truffles. Those are love bites.
Okay. They have a treat box for $25, assortment of treats. So it's kind of like, hey, what kind of treats do you want? Let me surprise you.
I also wouldn't mind just having this large heart-shaped sugar cookie like the size of your face would be really interesting too.
It is gigantic. I have seen them make them in years past, and it's probably the size of two faces, Kate.
The secret is to call ahead, contact them ahead of time, and make sure that you're not like running around crazy. Last year, Madison and I, who's in our office, we saw someone walking around on February 14th looking for a jewelry store, and he's like, "Where's blank jewelry store?" And like, ooh, that guy did not work ahead. So
plan ahead, plan early, plan ahead. Make your reservations at Sweet Treats with Annie and Concrete Daisies. So buy your sweet. Some treats and flowers.
Yes. So sweet treats, lots of stuff coming up for Valentine's Day. Also, kind of one of the seminal Valentine's Day events is Pierog's 3-course menu, and they have a number of things that you can choose from for starters.
Give us some samples, Kate.
I shall. I actually thought this one was interesting. Braised rabbit, Madeira cream sauce, and a puff
Why
pastry
did you pick that
shell.
one right away? That was the saddest one.
I love meat.
Pick something
meat's
else
great.
first.
Pierog does a great job, though. They've got a whole bunch of choice for starters, and then you can pick your own entree and desserts. Again, the key is call ahead and make reservations.
Right. Call today. I mean, they're going to book up literally tomorrow. So do it now. Do it often and early.
Pheasant schnitzel with frise and apple slaw served with roasted new potatoes. I'm getting hungry. But Pierog always does a great job. We have a million restaurants downtown that are great Valentine's Day venues. So, again, book early if possible.
Right. So Pierog is $50 per person for that prefix menu. Fireflower is doing something really exciting this year for Valentine's Day. As you may or may not have heard, Fireflower will be expanding their operations into the former One World boutique space on the corner of 5th and Main in downtown Bismarck.
With a new concept.
Called Amina Cucina. And for Valentine's Day, again, this is a reservations necessary event. Make sure to do it. It's $90 a couple, but you get a sampling of Amina Cucina.
Oh my gosh. Charcuterie, porchetta, and gelato. You had me at porchetta.
Absolutely. And so $90 per couple for this 3-course fare. And then you can also add on a wine pairing, which is only $35 per couple. So you can have this fabulous, exciting night for a great steal.
Wow, that's going to be awesome. Also, one of our favorites, Marty Lee at Noodle Zip.
Marty is so happy all the time.
Doing a great job, again, on Main Avenue, right next to one of our other new restaurants, Butterhorn. Noodle Zip's doing $100 per person, another 4-course price fixed menu. So just call, get reservations, and then Marty is he's one of the most entertaining people I've seen in downtown Bismarck. Just in general, he's
a phenomenal chef, but he does it all.
He does it all.
Yep. You see him in the back. He's just cooking and smiling away. Such a great person. His family's fabulous. His staff is great. Okay, go ahead. Sorry, Kate.
No, I was just gonna say, yeah, we love Marty, but
okay.
There's a lot of other fine dining options downtown. We've got J60, we've got Peacock Alley, we've got the Toasted Frog. There's also some more casual with Starving Rooster, or the Blarney Stone. Who am I missing? Everything up at Lucky Ducks, the whole shebang that's up there, and
Toasted Frog. They
Broadway,
do something great. Broadway Grill.
Mm-hmm. So no shortage of places to eat. So call and get your reservation.
Yes, that's exactly right. February 14th, which is also Ash Wednesday this year. So I don't know.
Oh my gosh, really?
It's really an odd kind of situation, but doesn't matter because downtown is for lovers. Or like, hey, friends want to go out and eat, something like that. Doesn't matter what it is. make your reservations. It is bonkers at the restaurants downtown. So you make sure you get your reservations early. Don't be that person that's like, oh, it's 2:00 on Tuesday and Valentine's Day is on Wednesday.
They tend to fill up.
Yes, absolutely. And use the parking ramps. A lot of restaurants validate, or you can use the third main ramp from 4 p.m. to 2 a.m. for free.
Also, downtown is really the home of all of our local jewelers and jewelry stores. And if that's the gift you're looking at for Valentine's Day, we've got a lot of great people to chat with. And you can go chat with the owner of the store, and they'll make you a ring. So one of the great things we love about downtown is that access you have to those business owners and that kind of service. So we're expecting a very busy Valentine's Day in downtown. There's just so many more options, and then those traditional options that everybody looks for as well.
We have some really great spas and salons downtown as well. Bombshell, Broadway Center Spa and Salon, Glance. They all do fabulous treatments, and
even for men too.
Absolutely.
Even the barber's wife. If you want to get your man a hot shave.
That's right. Get your fellow looking sharp.
Yeah, it's going to be awesome. So just did want to mention Tuesday night, Dawn and I were at City Commission for 4 hours.
Just a quick 4 hours.
Just a quick 4 hours, but there was a permanent decision. Main Avenue will remain in the 3-lane configuration, but they will be doing some enhancements. And so what we heard from our membership is that some of the signal light timing and the progression of those signal lights could be better. And so they're going to be working on that, looking at potential protected left turns at some of those key intersections. So just making a few little enhancements that make it move even more smoothly. But again, most of the data points that we looked at were positive. The ones that were neutral as well could be very easily fixed. So we want to thank the city, particularly the city engineering staff, for all the work that they've been doing there. And
we'd like to thank everybody that provide feedback as well.
Absolutely.
Because that is so important. Get your voice heard, get your ideas out there. If we don't hear them or the city doesn't hear them, it's harder to get fixed.
Well, and the point, too, of Main Avenue, and I think this is what people are grappling with a little bit, is it's changed. It's not a highway anymore. This is a retail corridor, and so the vehicle movements need to change a little bit as well. So we opened up that Broadway two-way traffic now if you're looking for another east-west corridor, if you were a commuter on Main Avenue. So there's more options for you, really trying to balance all the needs that Main Avenue has, whether it's cars, people, restaurants, offices, things like that. So if you don't love it, sorry.
Try again.
Try again.
Just try again. It's getting better. I like it. I love parking. If I have to park on Main, I love the fact that I don't have to worry how far I open my door.
And our members liked it. Main Avenue, we work on Main Avenue. We liked it as well. So, but again, there's data to dig into on why the city made that decision that we at the Downtowners supported. So Main Avenue is just going to get better, and we're very excited. If you want to hear more about Downtown Bismarck, you can go to our website, downtownbismarck.com. Find us on Facebook at facebook.com/downtownbismarck. We're on Twitter. We're on Instagram. We're everywhere. Walking around downtown. Jim thought he saw Dawn walking around with no shoes the other day.
It was not me.
It was possible. It was possible.
It was, but it wasn't.
Okay.
It wasn't.
We're going to be back in February for the next Free For All Fridays with the Downtowners. For Dawn Kopp and Jim Walsh, I'm Kate Herzog with the Downtowners. See you next month.